Again,
It's on.
sounds fun.
Audio 2 is on. Screen is there. All right.
Same.
Now I'm gonna be messing around with the stream slightly. I'm trying to get Tez and Zany's screen a little bit bigger than their image, so the green pops up when they're speaking on the stream. So you can kind of, I'm gonna be adjusting that a little bit today, just because I don't know. I think that might be handy.
Okay.
But maybe that's just for me. All right, I'll shut up now. Welcome.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I need that. Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. Okay. So, we're ready to go. When last we left off, our adventurers had taken a task from the Eudex Joseph Tabor, asking them to deal with an Alfbergian knight who was tracking a fugitive into the city. After heading to the Platinum Height, the party would find and talk to Sir Alan of Leeds, receiving a ring of location to find the fugitive. After attunement, Wilhelm was able to track the target, who had stolen some horses from the royal quarters stables. Too many S's. Something that had bothered him several directions over, and began a long-form chase after the fugitive, which took you along the banks of the Grand River and through the bustling boom town of Cadford, and from there to over the Grand River, across the Garnet Bridge, which is the stone bridge that I mentioned before, and eventually up to the small mining town of Pryford. And though your quarry keeps trying to evade you, you have been gaining on them slowly over the last 2 days. So, my friends, what would you like to do?
What falls on all of this TPK start over?
While you guys decide that, I'll be right back in 1 moment. I gotta pull the pizza out the oven.
I'm going to say someone smarter than me should speak up.
Well, I think
What,
we
not
gotta keep
Vincent.
going after this. Oh,
Vincent, I said someone smarter.
oh. Well,
Got him.
Hey, come
I
on.
think
now,
we all
we
know
all
who
have-
that is.
Come on.
I think we all know.
all right, Coral, go ahead then.
Apologize for that. Nothing happened.
Coral, what's your plan? We go home to Mama?
Want to hit something. Been running for hours.
Perfect.
Agree.
Hold on to that frustration. We will probably get the chance to hit something once we catch up to them.
But I hope so.
See?
So, where you guys are currently located, you've just kind of come into what would be the center of Pryford. Pryford is a fairly small mining town. It's very clear. The people here are very hardy, all walks of life, all varieties of people. There is a little bit heavier of a skew towards more animal folk than you noticed in either of the other two places. A lot of them, these are all very well built, very strong individuals who live in this place. Pretty much everybody gives you the just like parts around you, or doesn't even come even close to you guys. They're busy and absorbed in their own life. There's a couple of small things like a general store, a couple of little like spot shops, if you will, and other than that, it's like housing and stuff. But you can see from where you are, you had been going slightly up a slight incline, and now you are in the foothills of what you may or may not know is the Atrios mountain range. This is a large, not huge, but a large mountain range that spans between the borders of both the Kingdom of Alfberg and the Viscarian Imperium. There is the direction that was last spotted for the dot was going in the direction of the mountain pass, which there is a mountain pass that leads between the both of them. You can literally go up into it and then down the other side, and it will take you somewhat safely. Emphasis on this: mountains are never safe. Such is just the way of them.
Just looking for a
Well,
spelling clarification.
Yeah, I got you.
I
Do
say
we
we.
still have? Do we still have some sort of? Oh, thank you. Do we still have some sort of bead on the fugitive, like that we're tracking? Like,
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
have a
I was just
lead?
about to ask.
I hold up the ring.
Wilhelm.
Oh, sorry.
Currently not
I'll let the
wearing.
smart people answer.
So, Wilhelm, what does your ring sensors say?
Last I checked, they're directly ahead of us, heading towards the mountain pass. I don't want to leave it on just in case it's two-way for them as well. They clearly are
What?
still running, so they probably can tell
More
that
than
we're
likely.
following.
Keyshawn, about this time is when what I sent to you earlier today would occur to you, just so
Yes.
you were aware.
I've already relayed it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Copy that. But yeah, so you guys are here at Pryfruit. If you want to stop for supplies, you can easily do so. If you want to keep going, you can easily do so too. I will say at this point, and being a little higher up, you can see evidence that there is colder temperature ahead. There are, especially even just in the tops of like the hills here, you can see dusting of snow and such. So you are aware that it's going to get rather cold, especially as you go up.
Hint
But-
taken. Let's see. I mean, you said there's some shops around here. I imagine that one of them's got to have some sort of coats, thick cloaks, something along that line.
How many of us here who have dealt with cold temperatures or going through a mountain pass before?
I
Anyone?
raised my hand.
Very
Cold.
good.
Neither.
Okay, no. All right.
haven't had the luxury.
Bundle up extra then.
Wait.
It will be colder than you think it will.
Wait, you said have or have not?
Have.
Oh yeah, no. Like, I ran through the mountains before.
Yeah, no,
That
I
shit
just-
sucks.
I just answered in the negative to point out how little experience I have in this.
Perfect.
My in my life and experience, going through the mountain range means something totally different.
I imagined it would. Now, moving right past that.
Hey, actually, speaking of my sister,
Can you leave her out of this? Well, we'll get back to that. Buy 2 coats. Maybe a scarf or something. It's going to get very cold.
Something
Don't
with
tell me to
fur.
buy clothes.
So, are we taking a very quick, a brief pit stop to acquire some clothing?
I would like to lose as little distance as possible on them. We have been gaining slowly. So please, if you can, try to make it quick.
Make sure everyone looks really fashionable with what they get.
Sure.
yeah.
But-
I basically go
absolutely.
in
You know what?
and just
Roll
let
me
Vincent
performance.
You know what?
tell me what to
I just pick out everyone's clothes.
You pick out everybody's clothes. Okay, solid. You find most of this stuff, especially when it comes to thicker, heavier clothing, it loses a lot of any kind of stylishness rather quickly, due to just being more built for form rather than for function rather than for form. With all of this being intention to keep you alive, especially in cold temperature. You guys acquire cold weather gear. I am going to say that costs you guys 1 gold and 8 silver in total for the whole party.
Oh, in
The gold
total?
I'll pay for it.
Vincent, you got that?
No, I got it.
You got it?
Okay.
Can I just style and put my money up before Wilhelm
Ooh.
does?
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop you.
The shopkeeper sure isn't either. I'll tell you what. He's like, yeah. But yeah, no, they'll absolutely take that money, and then you guys are afforded cold weather gear, everything you would need for a mountain pass, pretty much. So that's all of your. That's your gloves, your boots, your boot liners. There's like big jackets, etc., scarves, things to cover your face, just so that you don't freeze solid in any kind of blizzard weather. So you should be good down to a pretty low temperature wise. And speaking of it, out here in at the lower bottom point of this mountain, or well, not mountain, but this the foothills here, it's not horribly cold. The last couple of days have been like 30 or 40 degrees, so pretty chill, but not like no real wind or anything like that. So it's been cold, but not horribly cold. As you go up, as you guys leave from there, and I assume we're going to continue the track. It gets cold quickly, like quite quickly. You guys go up probably about 2 or so of the smaller foothills into about an inch or so of snow on the ground, just innately. It's cold. It's cold up here. It's probably like 20 degrees, even just from going up a little bit. Go ahead.
Not to retcon too much, but and speaking really to Jason and Wilhelm for their experience in this, is there anything else we could have gotten, like a heavy tarp or better
better
heating?
Sleeping?
Yeah.
Do I
Just
know-
like anything like that we should have, and for the sake of let's get on with it, like we could be like, yeah, we got that. Let's get on with it.
Do I know how long of a mountain pass this is? Like, are we gonna be here overnight, kind of thing?
This is so to go from one side. You're pretty sure. You've never made this trip yourself, but you know about distances on the map, and you are aware of mountain travel taking slightly longer. This is probably going to be 2 days, so 1 day up and 1 day down.
Okay, yeah, we should have gotten tents and stuff like that then.
Yeah, so then we will increase that by 1 additional gold. Actually, one gold and 2 silver.
All right.
So 3 gold total for simplicity. And that will get you guys tents that are not going to freeze you. They're comfortable as far as the weather is concerned, but they are not intended. These are like big, they're heavy, they're bulky, and they don't look very pretty, but they work. They're, like leathers and stuff that have been coated in fats and oils to further keep out the cold and otherwise, and insulation and any amount of insulation that they can afford you. So again, more function rather than form, but they work, and that's what's necessary.
It's being a humanoid kind of born in the mountains, right? The Goliath. Coral's kind of amused with all of this and just says,
it's not that bad for you at all.
these flatlanders are going to be dead before we get to them. They're going to be eating their horses, frozen to death, and we'll just take their tents.
You very well might. But you've acquired those things, and up the mountain pass you start going. Travel is at first still very quick, and then rather quickly stops being about going fast and starts being about making sure you're not going to go and in a dangerous direction. The pass is rather straight, rather built. It's not built. It's still, there's some cobble up to it, and then it's kind of loose, rocky. Well, not loose, but packed rocky ground and whatnot. That is the path forward. You make your way up, and it snakes through the foothills, and then eventually up towards the actual base of one of the large mountains that makes up the Atrios mountain range. Where when you actually come into this kind of valley between them, between the tops of like the hills and the foots of the mountain itself, you can look up, and it's beautiful. There's clouds. Parts of the mountains clip through the clouds in some locations. They're completely frosted over. I mean, you can see icicles. They're probably a few hundred feet up that are like 10-15 feet long of just ice and snow, and otherwise that's all built and perched and whatnot. You're not alone up here, despite what it may seem. It may seem like it's should be completely and utterly a devoid of life, but it isn't. Even up here, you can see like far up there chewing on lichens and other mosses and things that grow even in this super cold temperature. Are mountain goats and other other fun things that are just they're living life, standing on nearly flat surfaces. But you know they're doing their thing.
How big are they?
You'd have to get a lot closer to tell. From here, they're small, like this big. You know, from here
Roughly
they're really
goat size.
small. You'd have to get a lot closer to tell if they're any bigger or smaller than a regular goat.
Wilhelm, how big do these goats get up here?
Would I know that?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
Jason,
This isn't exactly something I know a ton about, but if I had to guess, about the size of a normal goat.
oh,
I second
Damn.
that.
They're 10 feet
Really?
tall.
yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Big, massive goat. Maybe we could like domesticate it. Are any of you guys good with domesticating?
whiskey.
That
Can
takes
we just
time.
get on with this?
Whiskey.
I do not like being out here. I would like to get home.
Yeah, I know, bud.
But
I already
uh,
miss it.
Ren,
Look, I'll be honest. I don't know anything about animals.
don't worry,
I don't
they're
really
all
even
named
trust most of
Billy.
They're all named Billy?
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know. Because, like, if I do come into contact with one, I got
Not the big girl,
I got a foot in,
obviously.
I got a
Then
foot in the
Billy-
door. Well, no, it still could be Billy. I feel like that's an androgynous name.
You guys are having this conversation as you go. You guys are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
while
Okay.
you guys
We never
My-
stop.
are
We
moving.
never stop walking.
Yeah.
My question for you, Ren, is: do they have an aura? Can you tell that from here, or
Ooh, that's a good point. They don't. They don't have auras.
Damn.
Which
No
I can
aura.
only assume from knowing, like, you know, tieflings. No offense, guys. But that probably means they don't have souls either.
Wait, did tieflings not have an aura?
Yeah, no aura on tieflings, man.
Whoa.
Apparently not.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
I just
you got me.
smirk at you. Like pull my scarf down.
I'm slowly starting to piece this together here. I think I'm finally figuring out what you're getting with here.
11 hours. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jason. Please continue.
Well, Rend, when you said that about tieflings, I look at you and go, "Oh, you got me. I did sell my soul at a younger age."
I get that reference.
11 hours later of you guys traveling through these mostly, I mean, it is still like very, you know, like somewhat narrow pass, and in some cases it does get rather treacherous where like you could very easily veer right off the side and probably plummet to your death. Most of it is not quite that bad, thankfully. It is rather established as it can be, as a mountain pass can be. Like, it is traveled, but it's not traveled intensely. That being said, 11 hours of traveling up through these beautiful gray stone mountains and otherwise, you actually, the sun at this point is dipping down, has already long dipped down behind the mountains. Yeah, at this point you'd be in one of the part of the valley, so it would have dipped down behind the mountains, and you guys have been in shadow for quite a bit, and it's cold. It's cold as fuck up here. Actually, it's probably -20 or so, just because. And this is not with bad weather. This is with good weather. So it is very cold where you are right now. However, you guys literally come around part of it into a large what would have been like the caldera of a couple of different mountain pieces, but it has been somewhat flattened out, and it's immediately apparent why. Built into the side of the mountain range are these large octagonal pillars and shaped domed roofs that have lights and such in them currently. There is as well a massive, I think this place was, I believe it was 80 foot wide by about 100 foot tall, like solid stone gate that has been built into the side of the mountain. And it is currently wide the fuck open. There is also around standing there, though they look a lot worse for wear. Several individuals, fairly short, and they are wearing heavy clothing similar to yourself, though you can see the glint of metal under and in certain spaces and such. They're definitely armored. But they've been out here for quite some time as frost is frozen to their beards or their mustaches, or even some of their hair just frozen straight to their face and otherwise. And you see as you guys come into this area that they have now taken notice of you as well. But they don't really do anything as soon as upon seeing you. They see you, but kind of keep going about just like watching for chicanery, you're guessing. But this is not somewhere that you guys have ever been.
Hello, gentlemen.
One of them kind of motions you over, like you guys are when you see them, you're probably like 200 feet away, but yeah,
Right.
He motions you over, like come along, kind of thing, and you guys get within we'll say talking range, and he says, "Oi, what you doing up here?"
We're I sort of look back at the group. Pursuing someone. Have you seen anyone come through here recently? Looking in a rush?
Nope, can't say I have.
Have you
We're
seen
with,
anyone come through here recently?
The
Aye,
Udex.
people come through here once a week. Last I seen of them was 5 or 6 days ago.
I'm gonna slip my ring on while we're talking to him. Do these look like dwarves?
These are dwarves, 100%.
Okay.
These are all dwarves. They are all every single one of those dwarves.
I forgot to even ask because I just was like,
Yeah,
these are
every single. I figured you understood what I was giving you
Yeah.
without having to explain it. But yes, they are all dwarves. Every single one of them.
Okay.
Do this gate, is it like functional in the sense that it is still currently designed to open and close?
Yeah, it could. They haven't, but it could.
Do they?
Okay.
Sorry. Do they have any reaction when I say we're with the Udex?
No, none at all. You give me an insight check though, just to see if you glean anything further.
Sure. 18.
Nope, you don't know anything. Nothing weird. He, so far as you can tell, is telling you the truth. Are you traders or something? I know you say you're looking for someone, but
We're
Oh,
pursuing a criminal.
On official business.
Oh.
Perhaps a group
Well,
of criminals. We're not entirely sure yet.
Yeah, horse thieves took our good man here's horses.
what kind of horses?
Wilhelm would know. I don't fucking.
You just describe the one that you
Black angry
are
one.
aware that they took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you said a black angry horse.
Very angry.
Well, don't know anything about that.
Are these guys lying?
Insight
if-
check.
If you do, sir, I would suggest you tell us. I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay, all right. So
Fucking
first,
hell,
insight,
alright.
insight check first, just because we did declare that one first. Then the suggestion.
Lying on his face.
Which
Yeah,
guy?
I'm sure this
I'll
ends
jump
well.
in. I'll jump in with this insight.
But I got a 9.
19
So far as you
on
can
the
tell, Ren, he's telling the
die.
truth.
20. Dirty 20.
20. Dirty 20? He is not telling you the truth at all. He was too many questions were asked about the horse specifically for him to not know anything. He in fact knows something. He is not telling you, but he in fact knows something. And then what did you suggest for him to do?
Basically, I said, if you do know anything, I suggest you tell us.
Copy. What's the save
I'm
for it? Is
also-
it a
It's a wisdom save. I'm also going to use my beguiling magic,
Okay.
and cause whoever looks like maybe second in command here, and they're going to make a wisdom save
Honestly,
as well.
It's difficult
if
to
there
tell
is.
only because it would be probably just one. It's at random one of the others because
Yeah, if there's
literally
not,
don't
then
know if there is anything denoting any of them. You don't know if this is the captain of the guard for as far as you're concerned.
For sure.
This could be
So I'll
still the
just
guy that's
someone
talking to
else.
you. But he goes, "What?" So you suggested him to tell you, and he goes,
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah, there's definitely not a horse like that just passed through here about probably about 5 hours ago." What?
Lovely.
Huh,
Hey.
strange.
Keep your spells to yourself, mage, or else you'll find your head on a pike.
Don't be a
Seems
liar.
much less pleasant with you now. Much less pleasant.
I'm gonna
I
pull.
stand next to Vincent.
I'm gonna hop off of my horse and give the reins to somebody else so they can hold on to it for a second and get a little bit closer.
Take him. I'll hold him
And
for a sec.
And I switch to Dwarvish because I know that language. Effectively, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to ask if I may know which keep they're from.
From the one in front of you. Or from Old One. You're
Old
looking at the gates.
Okay.
Are you blind or are you deaf?
I'm going to name drop my grandfather then, because he was important there at one point.
What do you know about Al?
He would be my grandfather.
Oh, you're one of his bastard children, are you? Alright.
Something like that.
Tell you the truth, you've been... He looks over at the other guy, rather distasteful. By looks over at the other guy, I mean he looks over at you, Vincent.
Yeah.
Rather distasteful. This is in Dwarvish, so I don't know if you speak it, but if you don't, then you've no idea. You just know he's talking about you, though.
Yeah,
You know for a
100%.
fact. It's that look right at you. And he says,
As the conversation is going on, I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. He goes, "Tell you the truth, because you're his grandson. We got paid heavily to make sure that we didn't tell you anything. 10 gold a person.
10 gold a person.
Fancy.
Well, that implies some things. All right. Well, I apologize for my friend and the Nicolimnus. Thank you.
Aye. Good luck. Should probably bed down soon, though, if you're going to. Night's coming. Once it does, you'll be seeing your own breath and even in your tent."
Switch back to fucking which one's the dialect we're more likely to use? Ostian?
Either one,
Fargoth?
either Ostian or Fargoth. Those are
Okay.
they're both equally used. It's effectively
Whichever
French
one-
and German.
Whichever one I was speaking before, I switch back to that now. All right, we know what we need to know. In the future, I would suggest restraint when it comes to using suggestive magic on dwarves. Many people do not like it. They especially do not.
I understand. Nobody likes it, but
You just see
I have
this
different
scowl
opinion.
burning a hole in the back of your head. Like, God damn, dude.
I think in the future, we now know that Sir Wilhelm should probably be the up front and center when it comes to talking to dwarves.
Well, if they're from Oldowan, especially. My
yeah,
grandfather
but,
actually
I mean,
sat on their
they all-
council at one point.
Whoa. I was just saying because, like, you know, they all kind of know each other.
it's a good in.
That's not. I don't speak from direct experience, but I'm almost 100% certain that's not true. Everything I know about them, society-wise, comes from my grandfather's stories, but suffice it to say, he did enough for them that all I have to do is drop his name and give recognition of my lineage, and for the most part, they will either simmer down or at least try to help us a little bit more, assuming they can.
I think that's a really neat superpower. honestly, when it first came up, I thought that your granddaddy was a dwarf, and I was like trying to like wrap my head around that.
No, he was definitely very human.
So,
Hey, no judgment here, man.
a little ways away from there, I assume you guys
Mhm.
make camp for the evening.
Yeah.
Given that he was not lying, the temperature is plummeting. If you thought it was cold in the morning, which it was, like I said, around -15, -20, up here at night with wind, you could be looking at -40, -50, which is like freeze the the water in your breath as you're breathing it, like level of cold. So, tents are made. I would say you put up a fire, but you don't because there's really not any wood up here. Nothing to burn anyway. And honestly, you just probably try to keep warm for most of the evening. Sleep will get to you.
Not a lot.
You probably want to.
Yeah.
Sleep will get to you, and nobody will freeze to death because you appropriately prepared for this. So nobody is taking any kind of fatigue or anything in the morning. Your bones ache as you wake up, as the sun has arisen, except for Coral. Coral does not. Coral doesn't have this problem. Go ahead, Coral.
It's just Coral hadn't spoken for like 11 hours, the whole walk up, and he's laying there. I assume I'm sharing a tent with Ren. Like it's dark. I'm just laying on my back, staring up at the roof of the tent, and I just say, Ren, doing a lot of thinking on the walk up.
Uh-oh.
Why are all the goats named Billy?
All right. How do I say this? I don't know either.
Oh, good. I didn't know, and I was like, "This is something I should know," and I felt.
No. I think it's just like a goat thing, and I'm not real into goat culture, because like horses, they just have those black soulless eyes. Unless some of them have the weird one with the square, the in the square black hole that's supposed to be round in the front there. So like, you can't trust a goat, man.
Thanks, Red. Night.
Wait, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna reach into my pouch.
It's
of
out
healing
already.
crystals. I'm gonna find a amethyst stone, and I'm gonna give that to Coral, and I'm gonna remind him that this will keep you safe from goats.
Goat stone.
Yeah, it's a goat protection.
The goat stone.
Coral just feels so relieved that Ren did not know why they're all called Billy. I just sleep Billy. I was really weighing on me for like 11 hours.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, buddy. You could speak up earlier.
Not in front of the guys.
All right, so you guys get some sleep. Like I said, it is restful. You have the tents and such to prepare yourself for it. It is cold even in the tents, but it is livable. Are we waking up early? Are we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we want to be up early.
Okay. About how early you want to do this? I assume we want to still just get at least a long rest, and then as fast as we can in the morning.
Absolute minimum is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we power through. We clearly ate whatever quick breakfast we could, and
probably ration any kind of trail rations or anything, because cooking up here is
quickest
tough.
way to warm up, bro, is start moving our legs.
Yep.
So
where is the blip? Because I put on the ring when we started talking to the dwarves.
Okay. Focus for a second. You can sense it further. They're on their way down the mountain pass into the Kingdom of Alfred's lands proper. Well, to the northern part of the Kingdom of Alfred. Semantics are not important, but they're going down the path. They're probably about 2.5 miles ahead of you.
Get them.
Not that far.
About 2.5
not
miles
compared to
ahead.
last time when they were like 4. Now that is shrinking.
If we move quickly, we might be able to catch up for them.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Unlike
on your
going
feet.
up, unlike going up to the mountain, coming down the mountain is much easier. It is still difficult terrain and such, but it's much easier than it was having to hike upwards. You guys do catch up about a half mile on them before they start moving as well. So you are now about 2 miles between each other. So you're getting there, gaining on them, slowly but surely, incrementally catching up. Most of this I've already described, so I'm going to skip most of it because you kind of know what to expect. It is a little bit of a travel until you get to about 2/3 of the way through today, when the terrain really does change a lot suddenly and becomes these large sweeping hills. But the other side of the Atrios mountain range, foothills down into lands that you just are not familiar with at all. Now, for everybody, because I don't think anybody's been up through this mountain. None of this was familiar in the first place, but this is extra unfamiliar, as this is not even the same country as where you were. And that sense does kind of pervade and prevail in this place. You can see even from where you are that ahead of you there are foothills and such, as stated, that are sloping somewhat downwards. There are a couple of forests off to the side to some that are going to be ahead of you to some degree. You're probably going to end up going through at least one of them or close to one of them. But from here, where you are standing at the moment, you are looking out over the like the landscape, and you can actually see. I would like, actually, before I tell you what you can see some things, but I want you to roll for it, please. So somebody give me perception, so that we are in fact still rolling dice.
Ren.
Yeah, if you don't mind, gentlemen.
Go for it.
Come on. Da-ba-da-ba-da. Did you hear that, or did I cut out?
I did not.
Cut out.
All right, sorry. 19. And I should have guided myself.
All good. 19. You spot a couple things. I would let you as well roll, Jason, if you wanted. I wanted to do, but like either one or two people can roll it, and then that just go for the entire party for things that you guys spot. So go ahead and roll as well, Jason. We have a 19.
An 18.
Okay. So, first thing that is noted is, Ren, you spot in the distance there are smokestacks, not like big billowing smokestacks or anything, but you can see just a little bit of smoke trailing off of what is probably a settlement, not super far from here. It's probably about a half day from where you are currently. But you can't see the settlement itself, but you can see just in the distance the smoke that's rising from it. And Jason, you are keeping an eye out for really anything dangerous or otherwise, and it just so happens that where you are standing on this slight slope down, cresting over one of the hills, about 2 miles ahead of you, you spot a small group of people. They're so small from here. I mean, they're miles ahead of you. Okay, they're itty bitty small, but you see them, so you know your quarry is in fact real. They are there. There's little people with horses, and they crest back over, and you don't see them anymore. But you did spot them.
I pointed out to the group, I found our targets.
Lovely.
Got you.
Where are they? You point them out to me?
Say again.
Nothing.
Ask
Else.
Jason to point out the targets to him.
Oh,
Just RP. I
Yeah,
assume.
yeah, they're down there. They just went over those foothills. That I go over to you. I like point in a direction, or in
Any
the
idea
direction.
how far that is travel-wise? Like,
I
they a
hold
day
up
ahead
my
of us?
I hold up my thumb and I go about 2 miles.
Believe him. With haste. I'm going.
Let's go.
I don't start running because I
Damn.
imagine we're still like kind of
Still a
getting
little
off the. But I
a
start
little bit
picking up
too
the pace
much
a little
for a
bit.
run, but
I'm gonna
Okay.
start trying like pushing us.
Yeah, big long strides, everyone. Big long strides.
okay.
Get home.
So you guys make up some pace. Try to catch up.
Don't
Try to catch him with this.
don't know if it'll help or not, but are casting gust on us from behind, pushing us.
If it is, it's imperceptible. So if it's helping, you're not sure.
It's already windy.
I'm giving us that dramatic wind effect.
Yeah. All of our.
It's actually very good luck. I don't know if any of you knew this, but having the wind at your back, I would remind you all to keep your scarves wrapped around so that you cover up your northern gate. It's a common place where chi can leak out.
So a little bit
That
of
may not be a problem for tieflings, though. For obvious reasons.
a little bit of expeditious walking or expeditious riding in some cases to get down these foothills a little bit faster. You are very clearly gaining on them. Wilhelm, have you had the ring on the entire time?
No, I took it off right after I figured out where they were.
Okay. Are you putting it back on at any point?
Now that we've got visual, probably not.
Okay. So like I said, you had visual. You saw them briefly, and then they crested, and they're gone now. You don't see them at the moment, but
give it a little more time then.
Okay. You guys hustle. You put a little bit of umph into it, a little bit of pep into the step, and it pays out pretty quickly. You cover a lot more ground, especially going down. Again, downwards a little easier, but you cover a lot more ground rather quickly. To pass over a lot of this kind of samesies. There are farms up here. You pass the occasional farmhouse and otherwise that are up here, small, kind of decrepit, ransacked, or not ransacked, kind of decrepit, ramshackles, the word I was looking for, buildings and whatnot, thatch and such roofs that are very drastically different than what you would see back home. These are very old. They look old, is the best way of describing it. Nobody out there gives a fuck about you guys or seems to care at all. In fact, as you guys go through here, you don't spot but one other person, and you only spot them briefly because they're in the middle of tending to fields. So nothing weird or interesting really in that regard. Only thing that does come up is for both barbarians, you guys both have danger sense. This would be the cusp of danger sense of this, in that nothing here is threatening, but the only thing that stands out to the both of you at this point is that there has been a bird for the last half day that you've seen a couple of times circling. It never seems to get any closer, but it never seems to get any farther either. But it's been circling.
Yeah, how
The
far
bird?
away is it?
Yeah.
Probably about 700-800 feet up.
Gotcha.
I pointed at
Jason, Bird thinks someone's gonna die soon. Looking for a free meal.
Uh,
Might be.
I don't
To
think
that-
that's what that bird is.
That point, Coral, you actually look up at it and get a little bit better of a view. Not like you get closer or anything. You squint a little bit. It's definitely a raven of some kind. Bird, raven, crow, maybe something of that in that family of bird.
Oh fuck, that is very bad luck. Plus,
You don't see anything.
I don't know if you knew this, but like birds don't have auras.
God damn it. God damn it,
They
Todd.
They have little
Who's
black
kidding?
beady eyes.
From prior experiences, something like that means we're being tracked. At least in my experience.
Oh, whenever I see birds like that, I think that someone wants it's like free meal. I'm gonna kill him tonight.
All of this
It's gonna be
trip.
awesome.
So, your expediency in tracking these people down pays off pretty heavily, as just as dusk is beginning to settle, you come over a small foothill, and in front of you, they're not really close. You have space still, but in front of you, probably about 100 or so feet from you guys, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. You spot that there are 5 individuals that have kind of stood. Well, excuse me. Yeah, 5 individuals. 4 of which are standing kind of in a line in front of the 5th one. And you can see off to the side, tied to one of the trees. That again, I mentioned you would have to be going through a bit of a forest, a part of the forest, in order to get through this. You would see that they're tied up to those trees are a series of rather exhausted-looking horses. Y'all's are not doing much better, but they are doing better than these. These horses have been pushed way too hard. They are tired. I mean, shit, 2 of them are just straight up laying down, which is pretty much a sign of your horse is fucking exhausted if it doesn't even want to stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there are 4 individuals in front of you. Again, you're probably about 100 feet or so between you. No one has weapons drawn, at least not yet. But they are armed. Even from here, you can tell. None of them. They are the most ununiformed people that you can imagine. None of them are even the same species. They are all weird and different.
Is the knight with them?
No, the knight is very far behind you. Probably about 5 miles behind you. He's still up in the pass somewhere. That much Wilhelm knows because he had the ring on, so he could sense where the other dude was. It is dusk.
We're like
Ring
stand
back
down.
on.
It's like a
Go ahead.
stand down.
Hmm?
Or stand off.
Ring back on. I'm gonna get a look at them. Do any of them match the description of the person we're looking for?
Yes, actually, one. The one who's standing behind the other 4. She, in fact, does match the description.
And what was the name
There you
again?
I believe it was Meridia.
Yeah.
All right. I have 2 questions.
He's so cute.
First of all, which one of you had the misfortune of taking the solid black horse?
They're quiet.
Come on now, fess up.
They don't say anything. At least none of them speak.
All right, let's move on to the second one then. Meridia. I would like to ask directly for your side on what it is that supposedly the Kingdom of Alfberg wants you returned for. Understand that I am not directly under their employ, and for all I care, you could probably walk away from this. I just want to know what was so damn important that they came all the way to our land to find you.
You see that young woman begins to open her mouth to speak, but one of the other companions puts up the hand like in front of her, like no, kind of thing. The person who does that is this woman, which is an orcish woman, with a rather gnarled-looking staff.
I
And more of a dagger.
messaged to that odd message to that woman. It'd be wise to answer our questions.
It'd be wise for you. And in response, without any sigils, no nothing, she doesn't do anything, just without anything, she straight up says, and it would be wise to listen to us as well.
Now, someone has to be able to speak.
Let's have a conversation.
You see, get ready.
The only reason why I chased you so hard is because one of you stole my horse, which I would like back at some point, unless the conversation goes in a direction where I feel like you could use the horse, and I agree with why you're running.
This particular individual speaks up as soon as you say, let's have a conversation, is a minotaur in armor you've not seen before. And this weird straw hat over that his horns kind of stick right through the top of. And he says, then say your piece.
I have said my piece. I would like to know why my horse was stolen, and I would also like to know why the Kingdom of Alfberg came all the way down to the Imperium in order to find out exactly, in order to find someone who was a fugitive, and risked the possibility of a political dispute over it.
The one of them, another one that has not spoken yet, speaks up and says, I was the one who stole the horse. I apologize. If it makes you feel better, he bit my tail.
That sounds about right. He's a mean bastard. Now, please.
Do not know why you nobles keep such things.
Because it's more difficult to get rid of such a horse than it is to know whether or not, or it's difficult to get rid of him. Ethically. But please, let's sit down and have a civil conversation. We needn't make this more aggressive than it has already become. We mean no harm. At present, anyway.
You hear the last one that has yet to speak, besides the woman, the young woman that is, who was hushed. The last one that speaks here, speaks up and says, "Nah, I think we're fine here. You can say your piece from there. You're plenty close enough."
Again, I already have. Multiple times now.
We are protecting a friend.
And
That is all there is to it. Because she is being framed.
For what?
I don't know. That's the worst part.
Well, perhaps she could speak for herself.
Ginge, fuck off. Hey, scram. Scram. You're looking for crumbs. Get out.
Maybe she can't. Maybe she don't know words.
Sorry.
She seems hungry.
She just fucking wolfing down biscuits as fast as possible. No,
that was a fucking dad joke.
I imagine the chase here was probably not great. Do you have needs of rations or anything like that? We have spares. I have spares.
The least older orcish woman says, we are fine. We are still doing acceptable on rations, and there is a town ahead that we can restore our rations at.
Very good.
She seems to speak with a much more metered tone. Coral, Jason, both of you roll perception.
Can I ask a question, please? Where in this, where they are, is this girl that we're looking for? We can see her?
You can see her. She is behind the line of these guys.
Okay, and it's
her.
All open. There's like no.
Pretty close. So there's trees where you where you guys are currently. There's a tree line probably about. There's trees all over here, but there's an actual like thick forest piece to the that's like to the left, and there's a thick forest piece to the right. Though that one's like 100 yards or so, 100 feet or so from where you guys are on the road. I can actually probably plop open the owlberry. I just want to.
nowhere for me to try to.
Oh no, Coral
sneak
sees an
around.
owlbear.
Owlbear.
See a
Where
bird.
the fuck is my owlbear?
By the way, Coral, you definitely have your real weapon now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's carrying around a broomstick.
We made no,
We
we
got
had it.
We were
before we
fighting
gave up on him.
during the
Fucking
IE
broom.
in the city.
Where is
We
it?
got-
There it is.
Give him my
Owlbear.
ass.
I'm gonna try to find a rock somewhere or something nearby that's, easy to sit on. Try to make a show of this not being an aggressive situation.
Invite, copy link. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the owlbear. It's not my first. It's not the first rodeo, but it's definitely not the most speedy rodeo that I've
Owlbear
ever
rodeo,
put together.
first rodeo.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir Wilhelm, should I sit as well or kneel? Make myself less threatening?
Well, the
You're
hope
not-
is that
not
everyone would
threatening,
get
standing
comfortable
up.
here. We're trying to have a conversation after all.
Oh, oops, wrong character.
Coral's
That's
gonna
on
start
first
like
page.
just juggling hand axes. Waiting, juggling a hand axe, just waiting for the moment.
No, that's Robin. Where the fuck is? There she is. Okay. Coral, Jason, your danger senses are going off right now. You are aware that there is at least one other person that is not here, that you are not actively seeing as of current. But you are aware of their presence and that there are more eyes on me than just the 5 pairs of eyes in front of me. You sit, Wilhelm and Ren, I think, as well, who also sat down on rock or what have you, rock or fallen piece of tree.
I'll just kneel right in
of
the
which
snow. I don't-
is kneel right in the snow. Actually, on this side of the mountain range, no snow. It's cool. It's probably about the same as what you guys left from the first place. It's that 40s, 30s kind of range. So
I'll kneel in the cold, dry brush.
Apologize for the non-admission. There we go. So now you guys can actually see each other.
I'm just leaning against my own mage hand. Like just on my
Pop
own
yourself
shoulder.
up. Yeah. Very classy. Okay.
I conjure a little 5-foot wall with shaped water and freeze it, and I just kind of lean against that.
Block. All right. Sure enough, that is something you can absolutely do. The 4 of them are copy. You eventually pick out that they are off to your in the like thicket to your left, or excuse me, that's right. Nope, to your right. I'm really good at directions and directionality. They are off to the side. They are definitely hiding. They're intending not to be seen, and you know that they're in that general direction because you kind of see the occasional rustle that just isn't the same as the light breeze that you see every now and again. It doesn't fit that. But yeah, so the 4 of them, most of them, they don't really stand down particularly. The woman on the far end, the orcish woman, she says, "Fine, then we shall speak. Let us conversate." And she continues, and she walks forward. The woman behind her, again, Meridia, as you've been told, she goes to speak up. She says, "Shh, I will speak for you, child." She walks over to you.
Now, to be completely genuine, I have absolutely no love for the Kingdom of Elfberg. I find them to be a very backwards people who have very strange laws when it comes to the freedoms of other people. I will also say things went very messy very quickly, as the intent was always to try to find Meridia and see exactly what it is they were after, because the funny thing is, the way the Imperium is structured at present, it is possible to seek asylum. In this case, because of how strange Alfberg is, it would have had to been more of a case of, oh no, we simply never found her. We apologize. We'll let you know if we hear anything else ever again. And then we just simply
Young
never
one.
say anything.
Let me ask you a question, as direct as I can. You are not the only ones tracking us, yes?
No, we are not. However, I've had the ring on for a little bit. Is it attuned yet?
Yep.
How far back are they?
4.5 miles.
We've got a good 4.5 miles of distance between us and them. And then I hold
Then
up the
our
hand with the ring
conversation
back.
must be swift.
Indeed.
They're slow, to be fair.
Yes, we've
Brooding.
avoided them for so long. You, on the other hand, not the same. So, what is it that you want? Is it money?
I would like to know why she's running.
It is far more complicated than I can explain simply.
Then give me the simplest version you can.
She thinks. She was required to do something that she believed she could not do.
All right. We're on the right track for me sympathizing.
Elaborate.
I cannot. It is not my place. Not only is it not my place, it's not her place to explain herself.
I wish we could meet some common ground on this. At present, I am perfectly okay with letting you leave. And indeed, even slowing them down a bit. They wouldn't be that hard to waylay, to be honest. But I would need to know that I am sacrificing something that could potentially, if you'll pardon my Ostian, bite us in the ass later.
If you seek to gain something from this, then you have nothing. Then you may as well meet us on the field.
No, you have nothing I want. What I want to know is why she is running, nothing more. There is no amount of money that changes my position on this. I come from a wealthy house. This is none of this. It wouldn't matter to me.
Can you say the same for your companions?
I'll have you know, we drank at the Platinum Pint the other night.
No, I cannot. But I'm sure that if they were given the right reason, they would be willing to let you go as well. Alfberg is not a great place. I know enough about it to know that what we're potentially looking at is something that would border on criminal in the Imperium. And that's why I'm asking. Because if it is the right reason, I would gladly assist you, even if that assistance is simply as far as making sure they don't catch up to you.
From what
I'd say the same.
From what I know of your laws, nothing that has happened in our case is illegal in yours either. So the same could easily happen there. I want to tell you. Go ahead.
Why is it that we're speaking with you and not the girl? It's her life, certainly. She should get to speak for it. From the place I come, you gotta speak up for yourself, not speak some intermediary. I'd like to speak with the girl. No offense, but I don't trust anything coming out of your mouth.
Nor should you. You have no reason to trust me, as I have no reason to trust you. Which is the same reason that she is not talking to you, and I am. In the worst case, where one of you decides that it is prudent to pull a weapon, or decide that force is the better option, I am one piece of a puzzle.
If it makes you comfortable, we could step back, take all the weapons off Wilhelm, and they can speak privately.
I would be willing to do that. One other thing. This has just occurred to me. Is that bird yours? Or
Yes.
anyone here's? Ah, good. Very good.
Yes,
Just
it's
making sure. It would be very unfortunate if they were the ones that currently are paying attention to what we're doing.
I bet it's hers.
It is, as she said. As you think about that for a second, you realize they have traveled a lot of ground rather quickly. They are now like almost only about 2 miles away from you. In fact, that kind of perturbs you for a second of like,
Hello.
whoa, that was a lot of distance that you just covered quick.
They just covered 2 miles in an amount of time that should not have been possible. We need to speak quicker. I dislike that I have to apply pressure in this situation, but I need to know why I would help you.
Someone's
Lydia,
head's
please.
split today.
Someone needs to tell me what is going on here, or I cannot help. And they are going to catch you at this rate, because they have moved 2 miles in a matter of moments.
You guys have been talking for probably about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. They have
All right,
gone
you know what,
very
speaking
fast.
of that, maybe the rest of us should start to prepare ourselves for incoming conflict. Is there anything that any of us need or wants to do in preparation for that?
I point off at the bush that has the person in it, and I go, just don't have them shoot me in the back. And I walk off.
Coral cracks his back and blows a snot rocket. Ready.
Hell yeah.
Is there anyone here that would perchance want to hide like the individual that Jason just pointed out?
No. I'm assuming you're
right,
meta
then.
talking to me, so I'm just leaning up against the tree, flipping a coin.
Is there...
So, just one more time. Kix, do you want to like maybe get behind a tree?
Yeah.
I am still trying to figure out if we should even help them.
Yeah.
Agreed, but here's the thing. We've got someone coming in hot and fast, and I would prefer to at least just be prepared for whether or not they even care about us in this situation. Maybe they already think we're part of them. You know, who knows?
Let me try. Dearest, suspicious orc lady with the bird. Cousin of Yvonne the Fair. I am going to hit someone with this axe. Why not you? Why them? 1 minute. Proceed.
I would like to take a moment to point one particular thing out in aid to what he is asking. They didn't want to tell us what had happened either. Which tells me that they don't think I was going to help. Please. Give us something.
She's thinking, clearly. You can see her eyes flicking back and forth across different things that she's mentally picturing. And at this point in the back, you hear, as she has now approached, along with her now entourage of people, the young woman speak up. I will speak for myself. Are you sure? That is perhaps unwise. I don't believe these people intend to cause us harm. If they did, they would have already done so. It is your choice.
It is true. I have no ill will within me. In fact, the only oath that I've ever taken that might deviate from that is that I am required to help those who cannot help themselves. So if you could put this in the right light, I might be somewhat obligated to help you however I can. Again, I carry no weapons, though.
You hear the Tabaxi say, weapons are a hindrance sometimes.
I wink at the Tabaxi and I was like...
You feel like he knows he's picking up what you're putting down.
I was like, game recognized, game.
Real.
You feel like he's picking up what you're putting down.
You smelled what you stepped in.
Yes,
We
he has
gotta
in
hang
fact.
for 5 after this. Like, if when all this is through, me and you, we're gonna chill.
Where the fuck? Oh,
I would imagine that you are probably been contracted to find me by one of the many knights of my country.
Sir Alan of Leeds, in fact.
I'm not familiar with that one, but that does not surprise me.
He's a
If-
prick.
Indeed.
He is probably trying to bring me back in, as I am needed places and have chosen not to be there. Seer,
Were you
she said,
were you being blackmailed by this individual?
No, far worse. Unless you consider the bonds of family to be blackmail.
I think I see where this is going.
Seer, you can let them see as you wish. She kind of closes her eyes for a second, and the guise that is Meridia falls and goes away. And instead, standing in front of you is a woman, fair-skinned, same height, nothing changed in that regard, but fair-skinned, dark brown or black hair, depending upon the light. Or excuse me, I'm a moron. No, same kind of skin tone and such, but this is not the same woman. The look was very much different. Her eyes are not green in this; they are, in fact, like a shade of red that you are like a ruddy brown almost. And she says, "You probably have no idea who I am, and that's probably for the better. But they're probably here to bring me back to my father."
do any of us recognize her?
Not at all. Like, nobody has been familiar with these people. They keep to themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just like, oh no.
I feel like this is beginning to lean in a direction towards what essentially started my grandfather off on his own path. And that very much puts me in your camp.
If the power goes out because my computer is on.
It's not going to be your fault if the power goes out. That'd just be the power problem. She says, I had to go. Forgive me for a second. I had to actually go grab her name. I am Princess Adeline Rembrandts.
Can we get a spell on that?
Yes, I will post.
Yeah, baby.
Figured you wanted that. I am the daughter of High King Albert Rembrandts, and I am not interested in what my father has going on. There you go.
That would explain why nobody wanted to say anything.
Now you understand, says the woman that was just previously stated as Seer. At this point, the bushes rustle, and the individual out of those bushes reveals themselves.
Finally, Russell joins us.
Wait, there's a man in the bushes.
Russell, and then I look up at the
Woman.
bird. Crow.
Oh no,
We've done it.
we done it. That is the woman that steps out as a rather well prim and proper like elven woman that steps out.
Right. Either yourself or something on you is currently being tracked. I know because that's how I found you, and I hold up the ring hand. So, do you think that there is anything, any object that would have been locked onto to try to find you? Because if not, you're probably going to be running for a very long time.
She looks distraught as you say that. She just says, I haven't kept any of my personal belongings.
Does it seem like the thing that I'm sensing is literally her?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
She is the dot. She is the dot.
I'm trying to think of like things that I know about the geopolitical landscape that we're dealing with nearby, of like any place that she could go to where if somebody from Alfberg were to show up and be like, we're trying to find this person, they would just immediately get a fuck off and be told to leave.
You got nothing. The best that you could think of would be back up the mountain pass. Back in Old One, because it's independent.
I might have an idea. But we need to get you back in the opposite direction past them. To Old One.
I think perhaps there's an opportunity for an ambush here. We know how many people he had, and we now suddenly have 5 or 6 more individuals here who seem to be fighting capable.
We might have to take it.
We'll know exactly when they're coming.
We might have to take that opportunity, because the best thing that I can think of is to bring her to Old One, call upon some old favors among the dwarves. It would not be comfortable living, but if the right people were to know, by way of a family favor from myself, that someone needs to be hidden away, they will not get to you without full-scale war towards the dwarves, and no one wants that.
As you guys are having this conversation, one, they're about 1.5 miles away at this point. Two,
I mentioned that, by the way.
Two,
I'm gonna
you
start
guys are
getting everyone else to start
approached
setting
from
up.
you guys are approached from the other direction. Not the way that you're currently looking back towards the mountain pass, but but this way, where you guys just were chasing after them towards. You are now being somewhat sandwiched in a sense, as a small group of individuals. It looks to be 3 horsemen, relatively well armored and with some sort of heraldic colors and such up there. Though theirs are pretty. I'd say that they're more of like browns and yellows that they're wearing.
That's perfect. Let's do that polite thing you do on trails where we all kind of get off to one side.
Yep.
We're just common travelers, folks.
Are these yours?
I don't say that out loud to them.
Yvonne's cousin, are these yours?
She does not look. She looks at you and says, "This is not our doing."
Just shush. Sort of let
So-
them pass. If they
They don't. They roll right up to you. Pulls up on his horse. You see this young man, short brown hair. He has his helmet off. He's clipped it to the hauberk. He says, "You there? What business have you here?" And where did I fucking put that? Where did I fucking put the name of this place? What business have you in Wintermont? You and your ilk. He seems to be gesturing at all of you.
just traveling through.
He just calls
Sure.
him elk.
What was that?
I ain't no elk.
No, Coral, he meant. Actually, I don't know what he meant, but I don't think he called you an elk.
He's referring to all of us, essentially.
Oh, he called us all elks.
No, it. Don't worry about it. Never mind.
Yes.
Hello. Yes. We're currently trying to work that out. There was a bit of a misunderstanding. I had thought someone stole a horse from me. We're actually from across the pass.
Horse
so
thief, eh?
we thought so. Unfortunately, it was a misunderstanding. It looks very much like my horse. It is not. I feel like a damn
Very
fool.
kind. Quite an asshole.
You feel like he's starting his suspicion level is rising. He hasn't straight up called you on it. His suspicion level is starting to rise. You can kind of tell.
Just got like regional, like just like town highway patrol here, like just like checking us out, like
Border patrol.
You don't know. That's the worst part. You have no idea if this is just what like. They're all dressed pretty similarly. He's the only one with his helmet off. The other two are also human or human-esque in some regard. And like they're dressed in simple chainmail and like I said, heraldic colors. They're not really heavily armed, and they're not really heavily armored either. They're just kind of like enough that enough to get by.
Do I recognize the heraldry?
No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Coral, the heraldry.
Doesn't matter, Coral.
It escapes me.
You're not familiar with the black boar on a field of ochre and auburn. Like you're just not familiar with that. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna look, Coral. Just remember what Mama always said. When we're in situations like this, it's best to keep your hands empty and visible. At first, but then just keep them visible. It makes them more comfortable. Now, whenever, yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we'll start doing this. Yeah,
I'm gonna
play with them a little, fidget. They love that. And then remember, just be really nice to them and comply with any reasonable order, and then nothing bad will happen to us.
Yeah.
Remember?
Fuck
Remember that?
shit. I'm gonna grab a bead on my necklace and just mutter a word underneath my breast. I'm gonna cast Hex on the guy who's talking and give him disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
Let's go.
You see, sir,
He just feels
my
angry.
wife and I here, and I gesture to the princess. We'd been staying back near our friend Wilhelm, and as you see, our horses apparently looked quite similar, and
He seems like he's suddenly he looks at you, looks to her, looks back at you, looks back at her, stares.
I like grab her and like put my arm around her.
I do apologize for the confusion.
This simply will not do. Come.
I did
We'll see my
roll
lord.
a 25 deception, if that matters.
Unfortunately, what he rolled before you was to recognize her, and he does. He recognizes who the fuck she is. Because remember, she had a disguise on and then dropped it to talk to you guys, and now looks like her normal self. This isn't a random soldier is the problem.
All right, look, guys. all I wanted you to know was,
come.
We come here peacefully. You're about to make a bad decision, man.
Yes.
That's not
go.
going to happen.
All right, I'm gonna pull out one of my healing crystals. It's quartz, and I'm going to cast Bless on.
I'm gonna like grab the princess and like push her back out away from them now.
Unhand her.
Jason,
says the guy.
I'm like starting to push her back into the rest of the group. I'm sorry, gentlemen. That just certainly can't happen.
Please, let's not escalate this, and I rest my hand on the pistol handle. Please, I do not want this to go any further than it already has.
I am honor bound to oppose anything that you are intending. Release the princess and come with us. This is the only time you will be told of this.
I'll look at the seer for a second.
I don't see a. Do you see a princess? And I'm gonna cast blindness on him.
Okay. Roll.
We're
what
fucking
does he
fighting.
roll for
We're
you?
gonna fight.
What's he roll? What's he roll for?
That's a con save.
Con save.
And I got that plus up on
He
Jason
didn't
Coral
pass
and
that. That's
Wilhelm.
for sure. He's blind.
He's blind.
What does bless do?
D4
It's a
added
D4 for saving throws and attacks.
Ooh.
to saving throws, attacks. That's it, I think. Actually.
Attacks, but not for damage, just to hit.
All right, if
Wait.
we're doing this, hold on. How far is one of the people flanking the blind guy?
I mean, they have now, instead of being, direct in like a little V formation, they have now spread out to try to like circle you guys, which they are halfway in the process of doing.
About how far away though?
All three of them?
Oh, from you, like 20, 30 feet, 40 feet, not super far.
Is it go time?
Well, I'm about
No,
to
man.
shoot one.
The guy.
I'm about to shoot
The guy
one of
who's
them.
blind
So
now doing.
I am going to launch an Eldritch Blast at the horse that the blind
Let's go
guy's
Okay.
on.
19
Alright.
to one of them with my pistol.
Okay.
And
So-
then
Guns.
I want to hit one of the other horses that is not being attacked with my maul, and I want to topple the son of a bitch.
Okay. So what we got on the Eldritch Blast? What is it to hit? Because the horse is easier to hit than the person.
Shit, I probably should have looked at that. It's 16.
That is. Yep.
For
These
2 points of
horses are not
damage.
armored. 2 points? Okay.
2 points.
Oh.
I'm just.
If the horses aren't armored, then I'm definitely shooting at the fucking horse.
The horses are completely just your probably
And,
typical riding horses.
That's it.
Okay. So who else attacked the horse?
I attacked
Yeah.
a horse.
Okay. What was your
19
hit?
19
yeah,
to hit.
absolutely hits.
Okay.
19 to hit. Not enough to crit, but close. Not super far off from a crit.
Okay.
Plus those blesses.
Fucking max damage. So that's fucking 12.
That horse is
And-
dead.
Yeah.
That horse just dies.
Just shot it in the fucking heart.
Really?
There's a loud whinny as it, falls over to the side. Who else hit the horse? It was Jason, right? Jason hit the other horseman. There's only
yeah.
3.
That is. Let's see here. 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 5, so 16.
You said a 16? 16 will hit.
Yes, 16. All right.
Yep, that'll hit. And you are toppling the horse, so it's knocked over no matter what.
It does get to make a Constitution saving throw.
Go,
It
horsey.
is.
Go forth, my horsey.
That would be a. Let's see here. A 13 to not be toppled.
13 to not be toppled. Yeah, so it did actually manage to succeed at that. How much damage?
Let's see here.
Kneecap this horse.
8
Probably.
plus 3, 11 points of damage.
That's enough. Horse is dead.
Oh.
They don't have that much HP. They're not real class. They're not a real class creature. So, yeah, they kind of take. I want to say horses have 9 HP. If not, they don't have a lot of hit points, unfortunately. Not regular horses, anyway. Like war horses are, built for that kind of shit. But these are not war horses. These are just horses. So both of the other riders' horses are dead at this point.
Actually,
Go
the
ahead,
guy
Keith.
in
Are
front
those
of us
riders
that's
pinned
blinded.
or? Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, the guy who's blinded in front of us,
Mhm.
his horse is still up.
Yep.
This is entirely up to you, but I'll shape water, take the pillar of ice that I was leaning on, have a go underneath the horse and ice over underneath the horse to try and...
I will say that horse needs to make a dexterity saving throw to not be suddenly knocked prone.
That's awesome, though.
God only knows where that is.
In terms of the fallen horses, how are the riders? Are they crushed under it? Like, are they stuck, or are they get thrown?
So the one gets thrown off. The other one, the horse kind of collapses onto. So one is kind of trapped suddenly. The other one has just been chucked off of the horse that suddenly crumpled. At which point, Adeline shrieks. Because what the fuck? She shrieks and she says, "Seer, get us out of here." That's what she says as a free action. That's all of her action. I assume at this point you guys are gonna go into combat with the remaining guys. So yeah, we'll just do this. This is the initiative order. So Rendell, you're up first.
Hell yeah.
So she shrieks and she says, Ed says, "Get us out of here, and please, no bloodshed." But it's well past too late for that now.
Yeah, it is definitely well past. With my 21, am I capable of swapping that with Coral, or is it more?
No, I think Coral can only do that.
No,
I don't remember.
When did we roll initiative?
I rolled it ahead of time.
We rolled it.
That's why I wanted you guys to have that just ahead so that we could speed through this part, instead of having to roll all the stuff and blah blah blah. But it won't be an every time thing. It was I was prepared for this because I was like, some way or another, you guys are getting into a combat here. I can already tell.
No, yeah.
Nope, Ren, you're up. What are you doing?
So we got one guy still mounted.
The one guy who's mounted is still is blinded at the moment.
And he's blinded. All right. I like my odds. Kind of wanna run, jump up, and sort of dismount him. But my intent
Probably
is to
place
really
him on this map because I just realized I totally forgot to do that. 1 second, so I can plop these guys here for you.
My goal is to, get him into a choke as we fall, but really, obviously, I'm making a grapple attempt and hoping to use the fall as a little bit of extra oomph, even if it hurts me.
Here. I'm not bothering. These are just gonna be these three guys. I can't be fucked to make another token right now or go get another token. They're gonna work just fine.
It's fine.
Oh, and I forgot him. Okay. So I believe we had Jason, you got this guy. Wilhelm, you shot this guy. And this guy is here. I don't have a token for Adeline, so...
That's the one I hexed with.
Yeah, that's the one that's hexed and blinded currently. I don't have a token for Adeline, so I'll just slap this green one so that she's, noticeable. And I believe she would have been about here, actually. Okay, so you are now abreast of what is occurring. So Ren, feel free.
All right, so because I've got the mobility for it, I would like to kind of go the long way, and then jump and just grapple this guy to the ground.
Okay.
Essentially dismounting him. Hopefully on, how do you make that? Oh, here we go. Hopefully like on this area ish.
Sure. Yeah.
Or at least on this side of his mount.
Okay. Yeah, we can have that happen.
Oh shit!
Go ahead and roll.
Sorry.
I think it's a strength check or a contested strength for grapple.
Yeah, and in the new monk, I can use acrobatics.
There you go.
Which isn't that great, but it's better than my.
Let me just tell you this: you don't even need to roll. He rolled
fuck, I thought it was
two
gonna be a nat
natural
20.
ones.
It's no way.
Yeah. So you've got him. You knock him off his horse.
I want to
Easy
be proud of
peasy.
that.
Easy peasy.
All right.
Knock him off his horse.
I mean, he can't fucking see me, and
He has no idea where you are.
hopefully, I get a good choke lock on, and I really want to like kind of oomph and land on him, so that he's taking more of the brunt. Plus, he's wearing armor, and that shit's gotta suck when you face plant off a horse.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Bonus action.
What are you doing?
Nothing. No, fuck it. Can I release his neck and flurry of blows the back of his unarmored head or something?
You can certainly try.
All right,
Roll to hit,
I'm
sir.
going for it. 21.
That will hit.
Take this. Oh, max damage. 10. 6 and a 4.
Whack. That hurt him badly. You see him. I mean, he's really confused now, but he's extra dazed confused because he just got hit in the back of the head. All right.
That's my
That you?
turn.
Jason, you're up.
Alright, so this guy's armored, right?
They are all armored, about the same chainmail.
Okay, so if I give him my thought process is if I hit him good enough in like the chest area to knock the wind out of him, but not straight up kill him, do I think that's possible?
What you're asking is, I would like to translate my damage into non-lethal.
Yes.
And yes, you may.
All right, cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and just incapacitate. That's a 16 on the die. Do I still have bless?
Yes, it lasts for a minute, I think.
That's 25 to hit.
It's 1 point off of a crit. Just shy. Shy of critting him. You are aware now that their AC is 16.
All right.
As is the same as chainmail out of the book. Nothing special.
2, 5, 10 points of damage, and again he'll have to make that Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. Natural 1. That is the 4th natural one I've rolled tonight.
Jesus. So he is knocked prone, and
dude, I'm saving all my rolls for Sif, clearly. All right, he's knocked prone. He's also in much worse shape than he was moments ago. Okay. Next up, are you
I
done?
give him
Sorry.
a look and just say, "Stay down."
Okay. Next up is going to be Cobble of the Fist, who looks confused for a moment, but then proceeds to turn to face you guys and says, "Do not try anything crazy. We are leaving."
That would be best.
And he is going to use his action to bodyguard Adeline. The next up after that will be Kix. 18.
Fuck. I got this guy over here. So, bonus action, if you can see me probably for the first time, you see me just summon a rapier out of thin air. And it's kind of like a blackened steel blade. I'm going to use necrotic damage for it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go to the guard that's right by me and put the tip of the blade right underneath his throat. And I'm going to hold my action to stab it in there if he makes a move.
Okay. Okay. Copy that. He does not move. It's also not his turn, so he does not move.
Simmer down.
Copy
now.
that.
Simmer down now.
Next up is Robin. She unslings her bow, knocks an arrow in a very fast motion, very, very, very quickly, and she is now, she is also positioning herself between you all and Adeline, as well as much as she can, everything else. And is also going to use her action to bodyguard for Adeline, and that is her action. Next up is going to be Coral.
Coral. So Ren has the main guy grappled. Andy Kicks has
that guy at sword point
at the throat, and Mason is that guy knocked out or no?
He's not down. This guy is not down.
Okay.
He's not down. He's been hit pretty hard, and gotten a lot of the wind knocked out of him. And he's on the floor, but he's not dead or downed yet. And this guy is unfortunately incapacitated. Yep.
Yeah, he's on the ground though. Okay, so
he's prone.
Cole runs over there, grabs him by the front of his chainmail, and says, "Golden parchment shears. Let's go, real quick."
It's just like, as you're pulling him up by the chest, like, cheers.
Boulder. And to incapacitate, not to kill.
Okay, non-lethal. Understood.
Yeah.
How much damage are we dealing?
Let's see if I can land the punch.
That too. Yeah. Let's make sure the punch does land.
It's a 14, but is it at advantage because he's on the ground?
You're at advantage because he was prone.
Okay, that makes it a 19, which is 4 points.
Is.
4 points of bludgeoning. There's no roll.
No, not good. So yeah, he just he goes limp in your hands.
Boulder every time.
Yeah, he just goes limp in your hands, and you're like holding him up in the chainmail.
Okay.
He's gonna feel that tomorrow. That's for sure. Okay, yeah, he's down. So I'm gonna remove him because he is fucking K the fuck owed. Yeah, the only guy that's left is this guy up here. Just this guy at the top. This gentleman is the only one that was left. The one that was talking to you guys. So that brings us to Vincent. You're up next.
Right. I'm gonna walk up to this guy.
They do not let you pass. They are not friends to you right now. You must go around them. That does tell you things as players.
Yeah.
They are not friends to you right now. You may not pass through them.
As I walk by the princess, I go, "It's all right, handled already." And I just I want to get up in this dude's face and then drop the blindness.
Okay. You free action.
Yeah. So as it reveals, and I'm right there in his face. Do you want to live?
Do you? Do you have any idea what you're messing with?
Do you? Bam! I don't have any good weapons, but I don't. We're not killing them, so I'm hoping he's low.
See.
We'll see.
We'll see.
This is with my. I guess my claws have an extra damage, but I'm going
They
for
do.
non-lethal, so.
You can still use them.
16.
You are not intending on killing.
No, 14
16
plus
will
2.
Need to be
16 will hit. Exactly
4
their
damage.
AC. 4 damage?
Yeah.
He is still up, but like, you see that your claws lost a couple little rakes across his face. They'll heal,
yeah.
but oof, that looks like it hurts.
No,
a
I'm
lot.
just trying to like stay in his face and be intimidating, and I'll give a inspiration to Ren as my bonus action.
Copy that.
Just inspiring by how cool I am punching this guy in the face.
Look at how fucking awesome I am.
Yeah.
Wilhelm, you're
I mean, everybody's kind of taken care of, so I'm going to use. I think I have to use my action since I'm not a rogue to disengage.
correct.
Okay. And then look at the group and say, "What are you waiting for? Leave! They're going to be here in less than a mile."
Okay. Is that your turn?
At present, yeah.
All right. Lady Cecilia will activate next, and she moves to here, creating a wall between you, them, and Adeline. And she, unlike the others, has blades raised right now, like, is very much ready to throw hands at this moment. That is her turn. She has used her action to bodyguard. Next up is Samurai Jack. I think you know what he's about to do. He prepares a stance. You don't understand this. This is unusual to you, but he prepares like he's ready to draw his blade at any moment. But he has yet to do so. He is going to use his action to bodyguard as well. This allows them. What this is really going to do is just allow them to move as one unit, instead of individuals. That brings up to Kishan.
I'll look over to Wilhelm, seeing what he has said. I'll look back behind us real quick, and as you described before, 2 of their horses were currently exhausted.
Oh, the part of the other party, yeah. Multiple of their horses. The horses are all very tired. 2 of them were like legitimately laying down, but they're all very clearly tired horses. There is.
I'll look at Wilhelm and, as free action, say, "Shall we leave them the horses so they may escape?"
We're going to have to.
Oh, hands up to the one that's behind me. Slowly walk away.
Okay.
Going towards the horses, however far back whether I can get them using my movement, and just start guiding the horses towards them.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Seer's turn. She says, "We are leaving. You are clearly not the people we thought you were." And she puts her hand onto Adeline and touches against the others, and they're gone.
Why didn't they just do that before?
Right? Yeah, right? Jeez.
You don't know.
Where'd they go? I still have the ring on.
500 feet into the town.
They didn't go that far.
The exact distance that Dimension Door can take you. In case anyone was wondering.
All right, then.
All right, let's get these bodies out of the way. Tie them up with something.
He's still alive, by the way. It's still awake. This guy, just as a heads up. This dude's
Tie-
totally still
Alright.
up with like 4 hit points, but he's
Tie
still
them
up.
up with something so that they won't be a problem. We have much worse issues to deal with very quickly.
Yeah, and I hate to be this guy, but it might just be easier to kill these
them out.
guys. 3 less problems before the next round, you know?
No.
They don't know
They're
who
not
we
worth
are.
it.
They don't know who we are, and murder is not exactly the greatest way to start this off.
This
I
guy,
hear
the guy
you, man.
that's
I'm
Ren, the
Ren,
guy
not
that's
for
right by
killing.
you that you've punched in the face or the back of the head, and that Vincent has clawed. He says, "Do you have any idea what you're dealing with?" And I don't mean me. I mean you. Any idea what you're dealing with? He says in common, by the way, not. He wasn't speaking any specific tongue.
I would recommend silence on your part at this point. You are not
I
helping.
don't. He goes, I'm on your side, you fucking idiot. We're on your side, and you just killed 2 of our horses.
Huh?
You fucking moron. Why the fuck? He just kind of pauses, and he's like,
Wait,
what?
how do you know what side we're even on?
I assume you're working for the princess.
Indeed.
Then we're on the same side.
You didn't make that very
Very
clear.
clear trying to take us in.
Maybe
We tried to take you into my father. My father, the baron of this town?
You
you
fucking
fucking
idiot.
daft?
You should have said this sooner.
Yeah, you really need to work on your communication skills.
We don't know who the hell you are. Why would we, you nobody? Don't give a fuck about who your father is. Shut up. Kick some snow on him.
There's no
There's
snow.
no snow here.
Dirt.
It's just dirt.
Mud. I think it's snow in this mud. Like,
Ah,
Alright, fine. Why don't we tie all 3 of them together, put them on the one good horse,
fucking
and
hell,
slap
just-
its ass towards town?
I don't think we
Just
need
let
any
them
more
go.
attention. Just leave
No,
them here in
no,
the
just let them
bushes.
go. If they're working with the princess, then they need to do what they need to do in order to get her disappeared. Quickly. She's going to be getting chased for probably the rest of her damned life.
Sprinkle some
I had a
water on
plan,
the
but it has been
wood.
completely thrown out at this point. So,
and
I wish them
with-
well, I suppose.
And with you guys getting out of combat, we will break. Not how I thought today was going, and not how right.
I
So,
guess.
as you guys are starting to have the adrenaline and otherwise wear off of the sudden, abrupt combat that you found yourself in, couple things. One, you are directly in front of this individual who claims to be on your side, claims to be on you guys' team, end quote, or whatever, or party, or whatever it is that you guys want to call yourselves right now. He, if no one stops him, is going to try to pull himself to his feet, bloodied and beaten. Literally got hit in the back of the head.
Sorry about that.
He's like, fucking hell. Pulls his horse. He gets his horse to stand back up since the horse was knocked the fuck down as well. Actually, no, you killed the horse. Never mind, the horse is dead.
Thank God.
Supposed to move the horse. Horse is dead. Well, shit.
How injured is he?
Bad. Bad,
Okay.
bad.
All right.
Like 2 steps away from death.
It's been a bit of a misunderstanding. Here.
Communicate better next time, young
I'm
man.
going to get closer, hands up, and then I'm letting him see everything I'm doing. I hit a button on the gauntlet of my armor, and
You see him, like,
I'm helping. And I basically, like, paladin lay on hand style type shit. I'm casting Cure Wounds, but it's through my armor.
okay. How much do you heal him for?
That is a great question. Let's find out.
Cure Wounds did get a buff. I think it's.
Oh yeah, it fucking did. It's 2d8
it's
now.
disgusting
Jesus.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
healer memes.
6, 7, 8 plus 4, 12.
All right, 12 that actually is almost all of the damage that he sustained. So he kind of, you see him like visibly deflate.
We did not know.
Okay, copy that. Jason, you grab the guy. He's slumped. They're both. The one guy is absolutely slumped.
The
He
furthest
ain't
that
getting
we,
up for a little while.
the furthest that we understood is that you had recognized her, and suddenly we were being carted off to, for all we knew, being potentially put in shackles and her shipped off back to her father.
He goes, first of all, and he looks to you, Vincent. First of all, you are clearly not from here. None of you are. I can tell that from this point. First of all, you're in our lands.
Exactly more
Our
reason you should
lands.
make yourself known.
No, you obey to our lands. We don't go into your lands and not obey your laws.
Should say that to Sir Alan.
Well, one of your knights
Sir
is.
Alan? What
Yeah,
do you know of Sir Alan?
Sir Alan of Leeds was the one who was tracking her and is about, and I'm gonna look in that direction and
You see
get
him?
a rough estimate.
They appear to have stopped.
And
About
is
1,000, about a
stopped.
mile or so away.
Can I see them in the distance? They've stopped about a mile that way.
They haven't shown up yet. Then, what do you know of Sir Alan? Why? When you said that he's tracking, he's like.
He was making a nuisance of himself in the Imperium, trying to find her.
Sir Alan is not known for his temperament.
Yes, well, his temperament almost caused a geopolitical situation. And then again, by not giving any information on what we were doing.
Just where did the princess go?
I wish I could tell you. This ring is supposed to be able to track her, and I have lost sight.
From the magic that was conjured, I believe there's a conjuration of a type, more than likely teleported away. Somewhere safe, I'm guessing. And I'm guessing the only safe place around here, by your wording, as you're saying your father is on her side, is potentially into the town.
My father and me are both on her side. We're beholden to the crown. I'm honor bound to make sure that she is safe. Please, come with me this time. I will ask you kindly. And don't punch me again. God.
do anything punching.
You have a very punchable face.
That's that. The strange
damn it.
disembodied voice has a point. I may be losing my mind.
You too? I've been
I
hearing
am-
voices myself.
Oh god.
It must be something to do with these auras. Ugh.
Actually, I can tell you that the disembodied voice does actually have an aura, and and I also
So
I'm going to take this point to remind you guys that tieflings definitely do not.
We know.
there we go. So he walks now this way into town.
I
with you all
suppose we
behind
have
him.
spare horses now, though. So
Yeah,
'cause
they
we
are
have
just
our
sitting there.
horses and their horses.
Yep, and they are
Yeah.
just sitting there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'm not.
they're also
that-
they're all tied up, so they're not going anywhere. So you guys can do whatever you want with them later.
Well, if they're getting one of my horses, that's for fucking sure.
Yep.
Because I shot one of theirs.
The
in the face.
Yeah,
In the
face.
heart.
In the heart.
In the heart.
blah.
Shut
It is very dead.
You follow this guy you still haven't gotten the name of, but you follow this guy into the town. It is a small walled town with just a palisade around it that keeps whatever threats this place might experience away from its center. It is consistent. It's almost entirely of small houses, small stone bricked houses that have thatched roofs and other variety of things. Very flammable, very very flammable. Smoke rises from most of the chimneys and such, keeping them nice and warm in this season of cool and cold
Yes,
temperatures.
even more flammable materials.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Into town you go, and up to the largest building that is in town, which is a freestanding building slightly pulled away that the palisade does in fact fully enclose. So like a little bubble effectively off to the side of it is a large two-story house or home of sorts with a little bit more care put into it than the just random brick of cobble that is that makes up the remains of this settlement. This one not as poor, I guess is the best way of putting it. At this point he looks over to the two guards that are standing. Excuse me. At this point, there'd only be one guard who's standing watching. He's like, "What the hell happened?" He says down to you guys. He's standing on top of the palisade. The gentleman in front of you says, "I don't even want to try to explain. I need to see my father."
A rather
Your house,
large and unfortunate misunderstanding, it appears.
He says, "I'll open the gates, please hold." And he physically opens the palisade so you guys can pass in. In you go, and inside is a small courtyard. Small bits of grass and other other greenery that is probably a garden off to the side. Some just niceties, if you will. Before you guys can walk right up to the house, and you do, following this gentleman, and he throws the doors open, and inside is a small but quaint meeting hall, effectively. Far end there's just a wooden chair with just slightly more backing than the rest, at which a gentleman probably in his like 30s or 40s is writing away at some letter or otherwise of quill, visibly scribbling, and he looks up and he says, "My boy, whoa, you have brought others. Is this what you sallied out for?" "Yes, father, this is what I sallied out for." He says, "Miscreants, my father, Baron Douglas McFadden."
Apologies for your son's face. He really should communicate better.
He You see him shift a little in his chair as he sets the paper down and puts the quill back into the inkwell. And he kind of leans forward and says, "So you struck my son. I take it."
Well, we've already mended things.
Is this true?
Besides his face, of course.
Is this true, Ian? Jesus.
It's true. I can tell you
As
that.
true as
we
it can
mended
be.
it.
As true as it can be. All right.
I'll sit down at the table.
He just kind of gestures like, "Go ahead," kind of thing. For you guys to sit and talk if you'd like to. What can I do for you? And why are you here? You are very clearly foreigners.
Well, I gesture to Wilhelm.
Yes. It has been a very long few days. If you would permit me a bit of a hypothetical for a moment.
Please.
Were the Crown Princess to be passing through this area, how would you
see his
facilitate that?
a scowl appear on his forehead. If the princess was passing through, I would of course offer her lodging. It's only proper.
Would you attempt to bring her back to her father at that point, or
bring her back to her for why? You said she's just passing through, correct? In your hypothetical. So hypothetically, the princess is hypothetically passing through my lands. Hypothetically.
All right, we'll expand the hypothetical. Let's say there is something that were to be happening at the throne that she did not want to take part in, and that she were explicitly attempting to avoid her father and whatever that may be.
That is well beyond my station and well beyond my stature. I am honor bound to see to my lord, and my lord to his lord, and his lord to the lord of all our lords. So I would be required to at least offer lodging and appropriate support of the crown. I do not know of what you speak. I'm not privy to that information. I would only have to tell my lord that she is here. In which case, I'm guessing from the fact that this is a very direct hypothetical question that she is somewhere here. In which case, I shall send for my lord.
Well,
that is all I can do.
The unfortunate thing about that is, and I hold up the hand that has the ring on it, I actually have no idea where she is now.
Is this supposed to be something I am aware of?
This ring was specifically created to track our hypothetical charge. Hypothetically, of course.
I see.
Witchcraft, I believe you call it here.
Sorcery.
And the one person that I can track in relation to it at the present happens to be in that direction, and I point towards Sir Alan. A one Sir Alan of Leeds, who has also been hypothetically tracking the Crown Princess for our hypothetical that we're speaking of at the moment.
I see. What do you wish to do about that?
Well, that is where things get complicated, because I do not know what I could possibly ask of you that would not require you to violate obligations.
I, as I said, must simply tell my lord, and I will do so right now. I will send to him so that he is aware that the princess has come through here, at least, as I am required to, of my station.
If she did, of course.
If she did, of course.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. You can tell he is
Coral.
100% going to go ahead and going to go tell them that, because this is not a hypothetical as far as he's concerned.
I like this game.
And to what do you know this information? As in, what privy to this are you?
Well, a few days back, Sir Alan of Leeds was in the Imperium, if I may be so frank, making a general nuisance of himself, trying to find, well, you know. I was hired in order to try to see him away, essentially. Do whatever needs to be done to facilitate him leaving and no longer harassing the public. Which led us on a merry goose chase this way. Where we are now.
Well, such temperament does befit a one Sir Alan. He's a lowborn, much like myself. Such temperament befits him. As to if that is his charge, then I am not able to interfere in it. If his charge is to find the princess and bring her to her father, then I cannot, in fact, intervene in any capacity, nor can I offer you support, hypothetically or otherwise.
I was afraid of that.
That is a knight's duty, and it is not one that I can step in the way of, lest there be extreme circumstance.
It's the life of a princess, not extreme.
A life of the princess is something that we must maintain at all cost. Which is why, if she was hypothetically here, I would ask you, hypothetically, to bring her here, at least that I might give her lodging. Something more befit her station than what you will find here in... I already forgot the name of this town. Wintermont. We are a small farming community, not much more.
Well, unfortunately for the decorum of it, she has made herself scarce.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
I see.
Guys, what's that word mean?
Now, if I may, I feel hypothetically, if said princess would have arrived and, as you said, your charge would to be to report.
That is all, yes.
And what if hypothetically said princess did not wish to go back and...
That is above my station. I answer to my lord, and my lord to theirs, and their lord to the king.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
I'm sorry?
Do you not have a mind of your own?
A mind is a fickle thing in this place. I wish it was not the case, but it is. Huh?
Do you have faith in a higher power?
Of course I do.
Does it impact your morality?
I should think that it does. I don't think you came here to debate philosophy, though.
Oh, no, I did. Do you...
Oh, no, I did.
Do you understand a sense of right and wrong? Can you, as an individual, as an aura-bearing soul, do you feel you have a sense of right and wrong?
I should think that every man should have a sense of right and wrong.
Wilhelm has buried his face in his hands at this point. It's just like, oh god.
So I believe that, understanding that your eternal soul depends on making the right decisions when properly exploring the information at hand.
I have my lizard crawl up Wendell and go into his mouth.
What?
As he's speaking.
God damn it. No, it's a lizard. A lizard just... watch the VOD. Oh yeah, so he says, I understand what you're getting at, but this is the way things work around here. I may...
So you're just following orders? Is that what you're saying? You're just following orders?
I may...
You think
Jumps back into your mouth again.
It's a moral...
There's a moral...
I may take my time in reporting it, but I have to. It is not something I can choose not to.
I suppose that's probably the best we could ask of, hypothetically.
Well, this has been... Honestly, after 3 days of chasing, I have lost my my guile for words. I don't even know how to describe what this has been. It has certainly been something, though. I would like very much to go home and
Seems
forget
to be
all of this
something
happened.
that you are far from.
A few days.
If you are working in service to the princess, you may stay here for the night. At least. We haven't much, but we should have lodging for all of you.
It beats Dark Tarp. And thank you, Baron?
His name is Baron Douglas. Douglas McFarlane.
Baron is the title, though, right? Like his name.
Baron is his title, yes.
Okay. And I really appreciate
he is the
all
Lord
your
of
help. I can tell by looking at you, and I won't get into detail, but I can tell you're a good person with good in your heart. And I pray you do the right thing.
What will you do if Sir Alamodi comes knocking at the door?
I shall have a conversation with an old acquaintance of mine, and from then I shall not get in his way, but shall question as to what his motives actually are. But if he is doing as he says, then there is nothing I can do to get in his way. That is a knight's duty. One does not get in the way of a quest.
Even if that quest is wrongfully sought.
Unfortunately, even if that quest is wrongfully sought.
A lot of religions have a word for that.
Yes, they do. My lord is very tolerant, unlike many.
Very lame. I get up, start to head out.
Wait,
by the way, when he gestured, when he meant like lodging, he meant literally like in this house. There's plenty of room.
Yeah, I'll go wherever.
Okay.
I just get away.
Okay. Yep. Good enough. Anything else you guys want to talk to him about? Or anything else you want to do? Okay.
I do want to speak to his son again, but privately.
Sure. That's easy enough. And it looks like we might have the space for that, so go right ahead. He scowls at you.
Yes, I know. All right. This has gone all terribly pear-shaped. All right. Where does your interest lie in this? Do you stand with your father on the obligation, or do you stand with the princess directly in what she's trying to do?
My
And
allegiance
please,
is to my father.
please speak plainly on this. I do not have time to dance around.
My allegiance is to my father, but I have no interest in forcing the princess to do something if she's not interested in it.
Very good.
I am not so old and crotchety as to think that such things are necessity as they once might have been.
I am going to basically pull out what is effectively the closest thing to a business card as they would have in this time. It's basically a way to make sure that if he were to send a letter off to me, it would get to me.
Okay, you give him your post address, basically.
Pretty much.
As there are postal systems that exist, they're usually like couriers here, as opposed to like an actual full mail kind of thing.
If indeed her interest lies in getting as far away from whatever it is her father intends for her as possible, safely, I may have an idea. But it will require some doing. She would not be gone far. Not even far from here, frankly. But it would require that I pull some favors with the dwarves of Ulduar. They would find it very difficult to track her down there, because the dwarves are not keen on letting just anyone wander around their territory. But I would need to know that it is what she actually wants.
Then you'll need to talk to her. And apologize, because she was clearly taken aback.
Well, I would love to, but I presently have no idea where she is, and I'm sure after that display she wants nothing to do with me. You are the closest connection that I have at present.
Then I worry your connection is quite far. We are far from royalty here.
Yes, well, it seems like that's what she wanted, is far from royalty. So.
And I don't see why she didn't just stay in your lands.
That is another question I would like to ask. But if fate somehow wills it that you manage to communicate with her in some way, give her this. And I gesture to the card. Tell her that I am willing to help, even if it is from a distance. And that I am sorry for what happened. Likewise, I would like to replace the horse that I terminated. If at all possible.
Fine. If you replace the both that have died, then that will be sufficient.
Would you like them replaced directly or monetarily? Either way, I can have it arranged.
Directly would be most useful to us. Money only goes so far. Especially this far north.
I understand. It will take a few days for me to have the horses transported here, but I will make sure to give you the finest ones that I can find for it.
You can just give them the ones that are outside. Because there's a bunch that are sitting in the tree.
Alternatively, there are some of the horses that were left outside that are actually from my personal stable. They would work as well.
That is fine. No, I will tell my father, but that'll be fine.
Mm. All right. There's nothing else that I can think of that needs saying at present. I'm not much of one for words anyway, but best of luck to you, I suppose.
You as well. He just kind of folds his arms. You as well. I assume you probably get some air after that.
Yeah.
go outside and onto one of the peaks of the or crenellations, effectively, of the parapet. You see a bird, a raven, if you will.
I'll go over to the bird. Well, you look familiar.
Familiar as a bird could ever look. Especially if that bird is also a familiar.
I'm glad somebody caught my joke. Well, if you are who I think you are, and I will give it a card.
Grabs it.
I may still be able to help.
Let's go.
Okay.
And with that, I think that is where we will pause. You guys getting some rest in the inside of the manor of Baron Douglas McFallich.
Well, God dolly, there you go. What a good
Gosh
session.
darn. Chasing
That was-
Princess.
Baron
Wow.
Douglas.
Makes more sense that how much effort it was put into it now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Awesome session, Kelly.
Thank you.
At some point in Wendell's sleep, the lizard crawls up his face and licks his eyeball and just wanders off.
Excellent.
Blam.
We have
Is that gonna get me sick?
Because of, like lizard.
There's no cure for hepatitis here.
No, that's really good for like cleansing your aura or whatever.
Yeah.
Cleansing your aura.
Yeah, Jeff, are you immune
man,
to
I
poison
get
yet?
Everybody's aura looks blurry today.
Yeah. My one eye's all crusty and shit.
He's got pink eye.
Pink eye. Yeah.
Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, toys, and squirrels, everybody who has been here watching and hanging out, hope you guys have been having a good time. It's been fun to DM for everybody. I hope everybody has had a great night. This is the end of our night for us. If you like what we do here and you want to support us, you can, of course, subscribe. That is an option. You can also just follow and tell your friends about us. That is something that really does help us out and make sure that all of us have a little bit more wiggle room to do fun things, and we like doing fun things, especially with you guys. So if you guys would please give us a follow. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and sign out.
Yeah,
for
don't
the
forget,
evening.
we got Star Wars this Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be back here next Saturday at 9 p.m. with the next chapter in Euria. Peace!
Yep, yes indeed.